The Vikings dropped a tough one at US Bank Stadium against the Bears today. The guys are here to break down the good, the bad, and the downright ugly.
Yeah, there is plenty of ugly to go around. Plenty of it, especially on social media. Go enjoy reading that, if you will. Plenty of hate for a particular young quarterback named J.J. McCarthy and other things as well. We're going to break down what transpired today at US Bank Stadium. And let me just defend J.J. McCarthy by saying, for as bad as he played today, he did have the Minnesota Vikings up 17-16 with 50 seconds left. Let's just remember that just for a moment. As bad as he played, he had us leading with 50 seconds left. So with that, let's get our opening thoughts as we wrap up this game. Bill Dunkel, I will start with you on the bottom right-hand corner. I know Blake was at the game. Once again, bad parenting. His losing streak continues. And he was on TV, apparently, as he watched
he was on TV.
Field goal be put in. What was your thought of this game? And we're here openly and honestly going to say it as it is. So your thoughts on what transpired?
No. It's the same old, and same old. It's years just like 2023. As for JJ, he played bad. Passes were not good, but he also had some drops. What about handful of drops? And bad drops, too, might add. Really bad drops. Hawkinson, really, on that last drive, too, had a bad drop.
3rd and 4. That forced 4th and 4 and forced Jordan Addison to actually catch one to extend that drive.
And
that was
Addison,
a horrible drop. Yeah.
Addison was dropping passes, too, today.
Addison's first drop was terrible. But, this is what I don't understand, honestly. And this goes for the whole Viking fan base. This goes for the media. Some of the media. I won't label them all. Honestly, he, again, was out all last year. He's played in 5 games, right? 5 games? How in the God's name, logic and common sense-wise, are you just already saying, no, he's not the guy? How is that even possible? I'm just quite not understanding. I'm sorry.
These are the same people, Bill, that raved him for the wonderful passing he had on 3rd and 5 in Detroit. Yep. And the same people that lauded him for his tremendous 4th quarter when they beat the Bears opening night. So, yeah, what they don't understand and what they're not realizing is he's a rookie.
Of course.
He really is a rookie, a second-year rookie. Didn't play at all last year. For some reason, Tony Bell didn't play in the preseason, which we all sat here and said, that is on the coach. That is on the fact that the coach thought that J.J. McCarthy was ready, which is great. Fantastic. All right. He's overconfident in his young quarterback. I like it. But it's quite obvious to me, Tony Bell, that watching these 5 games, J.J. McCarthy, there needs to be simplification on the kind of players you're going to roll with him until he's confident enough to become the quarterback that our head coach wants him to be.
Quality control, can you hit the sound bite, please? Thank you.
Parental discretion advised.
Thank you. These dumbass fucking fans that are Viking fans, first of all, you're blaming the wrong son of a bitch for what's wrong with this team. Bottom line, this is all on KOC, the offensive guru, the offensive genius. He can turn any quarterback into an NFL passer. Bullshit, because if he could, JJ would be putting up all pro numbers right now. He's not. The offense, Mr. O, if you don't know my playbook, you're not going to play for me. You know what, dumb fuck? You don't even know your goddamn playbook. You put the plays that work for JJ. I've said this before. Put in plays that work to his strengths, not plays that make you look good to the national fucking media. You stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, yes, and the fact is this, okay? When was he really good? JJ was good for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I wonder why that was, because he was in shotgun formation, and he was looking at one-read progressions, simplified, and he moved the Vikings right down the field.
Do you know who would have JJ in the right place all the time with the right plays and the right calls to help him out because he is a young QB. We know who would do that.
Yeah. And actually, maybe at the end of the year, they trade JJ to that guy, and we'll get the other guy back who was benched today that everyone loves because his statistics are so fantastic. Yet I know out here in Charger land, in LA land, where there's about 50 Charger fans, about it, because they get outshone every time another team comes in.
49 are probably now that 49 is probably a Rams fan now.
Justin Herbert will come and all Vikings fans, oh, this is a great trade. Oh, this is amazing. You know how many wins he has in the playoffs? 0. He got benched today. He was so bad in Jacksonville, they benched his ass.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
you might want
got
to
benched.
list for because we might get Justin Herbert, and then he'll have all these wonderful, glorious stats.
Here's the thing, though.
4,000
It doesn't.
yards,
Okay. Here's the
35
thing,
touchdowns.
Eric.
Yeah.
Think about this. It doesn't matter if you get Justin Herbert, Sonny Jurgensen, Fran Tarkenton, Rogers. It doesn't matter. They got to play the fucking KOC's playbook.
True. And Justin Herbert is best when he's out of the pocket running the football, which today, for some reason,
You know who else is like that? Number 9. Oh, we've got the guy in-house.
Yeah.
He's in-house. He's on the field.
His best play is Michigan, out of the pocket, extended plays, RPO, running with the football. He didn't run once today. Not once. Now the Vikings
he hasn't really run in 2 weeks, and I think that's because KOC is in his ear.
Isn't the prime example in 2023 Josh Dobbs against New Orleans when Josh
Yes.
Dobbs scored that
Yes.
touchdown and
Great example.
Giraffe got pissed, and there was actual footage of him getting mad.
There was him frowning because he ran for 6.
Yes.
And here's what's funny. Josh Dobbs' 2 best games as a member of the Minnesota Vikings was when he didn't know the playbook. And he extended plays, he made plays with his feet, he made plays with his arms. The Vikings went 2-0, and Josh Dobbs was so much better until KOC got his paws on him and forced him to be a 4 or 5 step drop back quarterback, which he is not.
Well, don't forget also that Denver game on Sunday night, KOC ran that trick play on 4th and 1 with Hawkinson at quarterback, and he pitched the ball to Dobbs, and Dobbs suffered a concussion and fumbled.
It was never the same after that. Never the same after that hit. The whole rest of the year, too. So, the question is, and for people to make judgments on this, JJ's now started 5 games. It's been awful. There's been some awful, I think, he's got problems with passes on the boundaries. He's overextending. He's not getting the proper weight down on the ball. He's throwing the ball too fast when he should be taking some pace off of it.
Yeah.
He's throwing it too soft on deep plays, which is going to get the ball intercepted.
I think what it is he's too excited, and that's where KOC has to settle him down.
Is he pressing mentally?
He's pressing. He is pressing big time because the weight's on his shoulders.
Yeah, Bill, you know this. What was KOC's big thing that he told Kirk Cousins that he had to do? Do what? What did Kirk Cousins have to do? He had to quiet his what?
Oh, yeah.
He's got to quiet his mind.
Yes.
His mind. Well, you got a rookie who's amped up, okay? A dog in the street. He's all amped, throwing passes. And are you quieting his mind? Are you talking to him? Or are you saying to calm down, get your footing, throw the ball on time, do these little things? I'm assuming he is, because if he's not, it's gross negligence.
It is.
Okay? But the point is it's not working. And now you're putting your team at risk, and you're pissing your team off. Like Justin Jefferson had another meltdown today. There it is. This particular picture, thank you to FoxSports.com.
Could become a problem.
Look at this. This is a
So that's the problem.
O'Connell's pointing.
Yeah.
JJ's listening. What's going on here? We can only guess what's going on here. Okay? Yeah. You're going to get frustrated.
He's
But
losing.
make plays.
Yep. By the way, and you guys will remember this. This is, Bill, you're right. This is 2023 all over again because guess what? Wasn't there reports that there was friction in that locker room because of KOC's play calling?
Yep.
And a certain reporter published that and lost his press credentials.
Oh, I
Absolutely.
wonder who
amazing.
that is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here's a problem with Viking fans. They're getting on JJ McCarthy, who's only started 5 games.
Yeah.
Why aren't you getting on the head coach who won NFL Coach of the Year last year?
Here, look at this statistic. Hold on. The Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, now has called 16 pass plays this season on 3rd and 4th in short, 3 or less possibly, with J.J. McCarthy as the quarterback. 0 completions.
Oh,
I already told you they were 10 of 14 running the ball on those 3rd and shorts.
oh my.
The 71%. These stats don't let. If you want to use your analytics, I wonder what Andrew Miller would think. You want to use your analytics, that tells you something that you should run. Now, in today's game, here's more proof that you should run the football more, Kevin O'Connell. The Minnesota Vikings ran the ball for 22 times for 115 yards at a 5-2 clip. Jones had 70 yards. Mason had 45 yards and a touchdown.
And a touchdown.
The worst stat, which tells you that for too much of the game, KOC was calling passing plays, especially in the 3rd quarter. The Bears had the ball for 36 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah.
Your Minnesota Vikings had the ball for 23 minutes and 1 second. Now, logically, what will happen? The defense is going to get tired. They're going to miss tackles, which they did plenty of today, especially on 1 3rd and 14 and 1 3rd and 12. Missing gross tackles that would have stopped plays dead that then allowed the Bears to get first downs. Because I'm going to tell you, Caleb Williams, congratulations, you got your 2nd win in the NFC North. He didn't overly impress me today. He wasn't the difference of this game. You know
Caleb
who
Williams, didn't do a damn thing today.
Ben Johnson was the difference in the game. Do you know why? Kevin O'Connell? Do you know what Ben Johnson did when he saw Caleb Williams didn't really have it today? He called 40 running plays, and the Bears smashed the Vikings for 140 yards today, including one drive where Ben Johnson, like he did when he was in Detroit, called 11 plays, running plays, out of the 14 on the drive, and they went right down the field and scored a touchdown with a running back who was a 7th-round pick from Rutgers.
But our 5-game starting QB is the problem.
Yes, but our starting quarterback is like, even Ben Johnson adjusted to realize Caleb wasn't himself, and he decided, I'm going to let my running guys do the work for me. We're going to run the ball like Sean McVay does with the Rams, okay? Like Kyle Shanahan does with the 49ers, which Kevin O'Connell continues not to do enough with the Minnesota Vikings. Because if you're running at a 5-2 clip, there should have at least been 10 more running attempts in this game. At least 10 more running attempts in this game.
And also, when you're running the ball like the Vikings were doing, that gives your offensive line confidence.
Yes, it does. Thank you, Tony Bell. I was just going to segue to that. Because the offensive line pass blocking today, once again, the biggest issue with the Vikings, this is the case with all those Kirk Cousins believers, same thing. Cousins had the same problem. Pressure up the middle. I don't care who you are. And when your offensive coordinator / head coach says, don't run, stay in the pocket, let's get those passes off, and the passes get deflected or you get hit. I don't know how many times you saw J.J. McCarthy get hit. He got hit a lot today.
He's got hit a lot. He has got hit a lot this year.
Yes. He's got a bad hand already going into the game, yet you still call for him to throw the ball, 32 times today. It's a gross negligence. It's stupidity against the Bears defense that had been giving up 7 yards a clip on the road, and you were running at 5-2 every time you touched the ball with the running back.
And another thing.
Gross negligence.
Why the hell can't KOC win at home?
They 1-4. Thank you.
You know what's funny about that? Think about it. 22, they were good at home. 24, they were good at home. 23, they weren't. And 25, they're not.
It's like this odd year Brett Saberhagen thing. What is going on with the Vikings?
Tony and I talked, earlier in the week, and he brought up the point that I actually forgot about is Bozo the Clown Zimmer, he was the opposite of Giraffe. Giraffe is with the even years, and Bozo was the odd years, except
Can
for
we just
21.
get all the years together somehow consistently somewhere for at least a 4 or 5 year stretch?
But if you're the owners, like I
Like
said
Denny
before,
Green? Yeah.
if you're the owners and you were Mark Wilf, let's just say, and you were sold a bill of goods and you signed off on, we getting that defensive interior fixed,
Yeah.
we're getting that offensive line interior fixed. We don't need a veteran to be our starting quarterback and have McCarthy be the backup. We're Super Bowl quality now, and they're going to have minimum 6 losses by Thanksgiving. That's not going to sit well because
they spent a lot of money this offseason.
At worst, and making it worse is losing at home.
If he loses, okay, here's the deal. The Wilfs, mainly Mark, hate losing to the Packers.
They're going to lose.
Vikings lose to the Packers next Sunday, you're going to see some changes.
That's happening. They will lose.
You're going to see some changes because of all the teams they hate losing to, it is still the Packers.
I have a weird feeling, guys, that the Vikings are going to tease us one more time and then let us down, really, when they should be beating Washington and the New York Giants.
Right now, I'm going to be controversial. I'm the idiot that picked this clown-ass organization to win the Super Bowl. Why I did that in the previous 2 years, I had a horrible record for them. But I don't want them to win now. I don't care. You can come after me. I don't give a shit. This team needs to rebuild. Blow this fucking thing up.
Competitive rebuild, Bill Dunkel. What does that mean? That means nothing.
If they finish,
means losing.
This is not for you guys, because you guys are going to agree with me. They finish the 8-9, 9-8 is going to do nothing for this team.
Nothing. No.
You're better off going 12-5, 11-6, 10-7, or.
But they're going to win games they're not supposed to because this is the inconsistency.
Oh, I hope not.
You know what?
They're going to bring us in one more time. I'm like, well, hey.
You know what, though?
Right.
And then they're going to lay
you got to, in order for that to happen, you got to have players on board to do it. And I think right now, KLC doesn't have that locker room, and those veterans see it. Those veterans are like, get me the fuck out of here.
And you know what the big thing? When TB says that, who's really that leader on offense? It's that wide receiver, number 18. And he's pissed.
Oh, he's beyond pissed.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's beyond pissed. And so now, and the running backs are going to be like, hey, coach, we did pretty well last year. Why can't I get a few more rushes?
They are. I think it was on today's broadcast. They're still one of the oldest teams in the league.
And they're over $60 million the salary cap, so they're going to say goodbye. But let's add, in fairness, let's look at this. Out of the free agents that this team signed this past offseason, okay, this is going to point, because now I got to point. We got to start pointing. So Kwesi's going to get the point right now. Plus, Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell drafted JJ. So if we wanted to get on the let's bash JJ McCarthy, that was their guy. They traded up a pick to get JJ McCarthy. So all that's known. What free agent did they bring in that has done a darn thing to help this team out this year? Let's go over. Let's go over the names.
Yeah, let's go over them.
Isaiah Rodgers would probably be the only guy I would say is sort of average because he had 2 really good games, and since then he's.
And I think I'm going to tell you something.
I got one.
I think he was concussed today, and he went back out there.
I got one. You know who's the best free agent one that they signed? Eric Wilson.
Yes, that's a good one, Bill Dunkel. You know what? That's a good one. How many did they sign? Like 8, right?
Did you see?
You got one guy that wasn't even supposed to be in the starting lineup, and he's the guy that's showing out as much as possible.
Did you? I read, and I can't remember the exact. Will Fries is one of the 5 worst guards right now. And Indianapolis got rid of him, and they're not missing the beat.
Jonathan Taylor's setting rushing records. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's setting rushing records. So, and Daniel Jones is like an MVP like quarterback. So the offensive line is doing something.
One more thing, because that's going to be brought up. Sam Darnold, thank you for what you did last year. But if I hear one more person that was a mistake, what did he do today?
Oh, he looked like Sam Darnold in the last 2 games with us.
Yeah, the Rams know exactly how to play Sam Darnold.
And trust me, Daniel Jones will be back to the Daniel Jones that was in New York.
He looked that way in Pittsburgh. He looked that way in the game versus Pittsburgh. He looked like
So
that's going to blow up. The Vikings made the right decision, but yet, Bill, I'm going to give you credit on this. They probably should have brought in a Joe Flacco, not a Carson Wentz, because Joe Flacco would have helped J.J. McCarthy out because he's like that. Aaron Rodgers is selfish. Forget Aaron Rodgers. He would only care about himself.
Flacco would have been
but Joe Flacco would have helped out J.J. McCarthy, okay, and wouldn't sit there and cause an issue with KOC if KOC wants to do something. Flacco might call it different.
I got to be honest with you. I think some quarterbacks look at KOC and think he's a clown.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't look. I mean, he's not a quarterback whisperer.
They think he's a clown.
Okay, can I ask one thing? Jonathan Allen, Hargrave, Will Fry, Ryan Kelly.
None of those guys should be back next year. I'm going to be honest with you.
But
they probably won't be.
When all those guys,
Kwesi's going to be very lucky to survive. Unfortunately, Kwesi's going to be very lucky to survive this year. He needs the Vikings to go on a run to be better.
And I've already said this before. Kwesi's a scapegoat. They've already got his position filled with Griggy.
Right. You and I, Tony, have agreed with that. Kwesi will go somewhere else and do a wonderful job because
Kwesi is the fall guy. Kwesi is the fall guy. The one that should be getting all the heat is guess who?
Yeah.
Mr. Coach of the fucking Year. How bad is the NFL when the Coach of the Year can't even win a playoff game and he ends the season on a losing streak?
Tony, you and I did not talk before the show, right? We did not, but you are just coming right to me, setting me up beautifully. Because let's talk about the Coach of the Year, Tony Bell, Bill Dunkel, and the wonderful quality control, who's quietly laughing like, boy, these guys
because her team's 8-2 and they had a bye.
Whatever. We got the easy thing. We don't.
By the way, Wall Street is probably going to get fired because of the bad drafts and that they're old and they lack depth. And
you know what?
That's the reason he's going to get fired.
Dallas Turner played well today, Tony Bell.
Hey. There will be no more Dallas Turner slander on this show.
I agree with TB.
Let's say it for the good, bad, and ugly. We're getting there. But let's just go over the Coach of the Year. How great his offense is. It's not kick-ass like Brad Childers, but it's pretty close to being this awful. Let's just go over these numbers.
At least Childers ran the ball.
I actually did my math, and granted, please proof it because my math's bad, all right? I'm at 101 math level. I got like a C- in school with math. But here we go. Here's my present. No one else. I was the only one to do this. Week 1 against the Bears in Chicago. How many points did they score at halftime? Does anyone know?
At halftime?
A magic number.
0.
6 points.
2 field goals.
2 against the Atlanta Falcons, against Tony Bell's girlfriend's favorite team at home. How many points did the Vikings score at the half? And unfortunately, ended up being the total of the game for them. 6 points.
6, yeah.
First 2 games of the year, KOC with J.J. McCarthy, 6 points. 6 points. Okay, the game that Bill Dunkel and Tony Bell went to, which they probably should go to the rest of the home games. Okay? You better start going to all the home games. For all you Viking fans that don't, they both went to the Bengals game. This is an amazing 34 points at half.
Yep.
That's probably going to distort these numbers because if we took that away, it would be really embarrassingly bad. 34 points against the Bears. Steelers, how many points did they score against the Steelers at half? Anybody?
I want to say 3.
A little higher.
6? 7?
6. It's the magic number. 3 out of the first 4 games at the half, you score 6 points. Now, that's with Carson Wentz, your veteran, at the helm. Okay? 6 points. Against the Browns, they had a scoring flurry. They had 13. Okay? Guess what?
Wow.
Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Eagles team that's struggling. How many points, Bill Dunkel, did they score at the half versus the Philadelphia Eagles? Take a wild guess.
Oh, my God.
We've said it 4 times so far.
6.
4 times. Yes. 6 points.
I thought it was.
This is a great. Now, to top it off, you go to LA against the Chargers team.
Oh,
that gave up a crap load of points to the Colts and Daniel Jones, and you score how many points, Tony Bell, against the Chargers here in LA? Less than 6.
Wasn't that goose egg?
3. They got a field goal.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? All right, 17 versus the Lions, 10 versus the Ravens. So JJ wasn't so bad in the first half in those two games. 3 points today. They are averaging at home, going into halftime, every game, 9.8 points. So literally 10 points.
You know what, guys?
And that's skewed because of the Bengals.
That number you just gave us, I'll tell you what. That offense was on par with the 71 Viking team. But guess what? This defense we got right now is not the fucking Purple People Eaters in no way, shape, or form.
They can't stop the run right now.
They can't stop a friggin' nothing.
Can't tackle, can't stop the run.
Yeah, so I mean,
they played hard today. Van Ginkel was amazing, but they played hard. And they had a chance to win 17-16, but then the special teams.
Oh, but then our special teams.
This is going to make you laugh. We have to laugh. Let's just laugh. It makes the pain go away. The Minnesota Vikings might have their best kicker of all time.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Will Reichard.
Yeah.
Okay? Best kicker maybe of all time. He could be.
But he can't put the ball in the end zone when he needed to.
I agree with that.
Our special teams could be the effing worst. Parental advisory, please. The effing worst special teams ever. I mean, number 37, why Thomas is still on this team is beyond me when he was the guy that was supposed to fucking keep containment on the left side, and he went right into the...
You know who else lost containment because they overran the play? Number 96, Tyler Batty, who shouldn't even be on the goddamn roster.
Parental discretion advised.
Thomas, bye-bye. I'm sorry. If the Vikings want
to
you
know what about him?
Say goodbye to these guys, okay? Why they're on the teams beyond me. Go ahead, Bill. What?
He's supposed to be a special teams ace. That's why they brought him in.
Did we not see the Charger game, Mr. Special Ace?
Ace my ass. He looks more like the Joker.
Wasn't he the one that was called for holding when Price ran it back in Detroit?
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
How many times do you get a reprieve?
Hey,
this is the NFL.
But you know what, though?
When you keep fucking your job up.
But guess who that falls on?
I know.
Can I say something? Price made a mistake on the opening kickoff.
He walked on the field? What?
Miles Price got pissed today. I was like, you know what, Miles? I know you fumbled it last week twice, and I cursed your name out twice, but you know what, Miles Price? You deserve that. You deserve it. You could be the best kick returner in football if all the kicks that you had, all the good ones, were actual, real, and not brought back by penalties.
Because
come on.
On the opening kickoff, it hit where it was supposed to go, whatever that stupid rule is. He should have picked it up. When you let it go through the end zone, the ball's at the 20. If he picks it up, he's probably going to get past the 20.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But you know what? That wasn't the one where 37 or whoever was holding on Miles Price's great kick return today, which was clear as day as a hold. That wasn't a bad call. It was because, Brett Rogers wasn't throwing any flags. It's quite obvious. Aaron Jones Sr., that should have been first goal up the 1 yard line, right? I mean, come on. But these numbers, if you're an offensive guru, if you're an offensive this means too, Tony and Bill, 9.8 points. You're behind, most likely, going into the third quarter, just like they were that weird year where they got lucky because Kirkle pulled a lot of games out of his you-know-what. And this is, again, showing you he doesn't know how to coach professional football. 9.8 points going into the half. Minus that, if we took that 34 off, which was because of the defense, if you take that 34 off, I can only imagine how bad. That has to be the worst in the NFL. This is ridiculous.
There's only one team more inept than the Minnesota Vikings, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, and maybe
Were the Wilfs and Andrew Miller and all the rest of the team when they were interviewing coaches, were they all drunk when they interviewed Giraffe?
These numbers.
Well, no, because guess what? They had a bunch of people interview Giraffe that have nothing to do with the fucking football team.
Well, that's true. And, maybe that percentage of pass running.
That's the problem right there.
61% pass, 39% run, only 4 teams in the NFL, and all 4 of them are out of a playoff position because of
Okay, first, here's my thing. Why the hell is there nobody on this Viking coaching staff that is going to sit there and tell fucking KOC you can't win throwing the ball all the time?
Yeah, Josh McCown. Huh? Josh McCown, speak up.
I think
Wade Phillips, speak up.
he's a control freak, guys.
You know what he also is? You know what else he is? A failed NFL quarterback.
Yeah. He was horrible as a quarterback.
He was terrible. I think I want to say something. I think Belichick was nice when he said you might make a good coach.
Yeah.
I think it was being nice. He probably wanted to say you suck at everything.
Line on that one too, because that's
God
the case here. Okay. Oh my Lord, 4-6 right now around the NFC North. The Vikings in last at 4-6. Gentlemen, any update? Eagles, Lions, or
it's 16-6. Eagles lead the Lions in the fourth quarter.
So that means the Lions most likely will be 6-4 in third place. The Packers in second, who the Vikings will face next week, 6-3-1.
Okay, the Bears, and I'm pissing off some people, and I don't give a fuck. The Bears are the biggest fucking frauds in football.
They're a lot like the Viking team, what we just were talking about.
No, they are frauds.
Having to score in the last drive to win games. I mean,
and I'm sorry,
can't sustain.
Caleb Williams sucked today. The only reason you won is because Minnesota doesn't know how to cover a goddamn kickoff. That's the only reason you won. So all you Bears fans are like, oh, we kicked you. Sit your sorry asses down. You didn't kick anybody's ass. You got lucky.
Oh, man. So really, let's leave it at this. Let's do our good, bad, and ugly final thoughts. You know, there's never any good in losing, but I had to give Van Ginkel. I mean, that guy, I loved watching him play. And he hustled. And the Vikings, the funny thing is Paul Allen not missing a word. When Jonathan Allen missed like the 6th or 7th quarterback sack the Vikings could have had today on Caleb Williams, he goes, and Jonathan Allen, oh, no surprise, missing another quarterback sack. Okay? I mean, Van Ginkel actually got him. And Dallas Turner had a sack. So congratulations. Both those guys played. Blake Cashman had 15 tackles. Deserves some praise. But other than that, gentlemen, maybe the running game, maybe you want to give a little love to Jones Sr. Mason had a touchdown. Addison seems to do well in last drives of games, apparently. It should add another winning touchdown. Other than that, this team is a effing mess. All of it's bad. Another illegal procedure, another false start penalty. It's just,
you're at home.
You're at home. It's just continual. And then Kevin O'Connell, if I hear you say this ever again, if I have to hear you, I said I would never listen to a press conference, well, I decided to. And 2 minutes into it, he says, well, I have to look at the tape again.
Always got to look at the tape.
Oh, for God's sakes, are you kidding me?
Can I just say something? Are you not on the effing sideline with the best view that you possibly could have of a football game, Kevin O'Connell? Yep. Are you or are you not?
Plus, he's got people talking in his ear.
He does.
And here's the problem with that. This is where you have to be a head coach, and he's not being a head coach. He wants his playbook and all his plays to look good.
Yep.
You're coaching a team now. You got to give up that responsibility. Your ego has to let go.
He won't. Yep. He's as stubborn as
and I'll tell you what. And guess what?
People are talking about it. Finally, Judge Zolgad is saying what we've all said. Kevin O'Connell is schizophrenic. He is. He says one thing, and he does another. He says he's going to run the ball more, but he still throws the ball 10 more times than he runs when he's running at a 5.2 clip.
You know what, Eric? That must be a Minnesota football thing because PJ Fleck is the same thing. It's got to be a Minnesota football thing.
In their press conferences, you're like, oh, that sounds nice, Kevin.
But that's why you should be like me and not listen to them.
You're such a nice guy. You know what? I want an asshole as a head coach.
We had one. They let him leave.
Yeah, they let him leave. I want a guy that's going to take out to the woodshed all these soft-ass questions and soft-ass players and just tell them, hey, this is on you because we can't have this. That's my final thought. I want a coach like Jim Harbaugh who's going to let you know how you're playing and, will bench your ass, Justin Herbert, when you look like crap out on a football field. And you know what? For all you J.J. McCarthy bashers out there, okay, you had every right to say, why not put Max Brosmer in? You know what? That's an interesting question Because if your quarterback is that bad, maybe you do put Max Brosmer
Here's
out
the
there.
thing. Here's what nobody's looking at. Here's what nobody's looking at when it comes to
And you don't
KLC.
care about your team winning.
Here's what they're looking at with KLC.
Yeah.
Who knows that playbook from inside out has been with the team all year? Max Brosmer. What the fuck do you need Carson Wentz for?
Tony Bell.
Parental
Tony
discretion
Bell.
advised.
Carson Wentz was playing with one arm, and it wasn't his passing arm. Okay? He had Max Brosmer on the sideline. We all saw the crying and every hit he took, and he still wouldn't go to Max Brosmer. Well, maybe, you know what? If you really want your team to maybe think there, because I'm going to guess what Jed has said. Here I'm just going to guess that Jed has said in certain languages on the sideline out loud for everyone to hear, hey, maybe you should put the other kid in. This guy ain't got it today.
Here's the
Other
thing.
guy in. I'm tired of mofo running routes and nothing coming near me. Instead, it's 30 feet over my head.
Here's the thing, though, too. Brosmer played in that type of offense in college, so he knows how to play that style.
I'm just saying. Listen, I love J.J. McCarthy, but I'm saying if he 14.9 quarterback rating, the worst in Vikings history up until the last drive, 14.9. And you don't sit there and think, hey, JJ, come here for a minute, man. You know I love you, man. Let's give it to Max. Let's see what we can do. We're close. We got to work on some things.
And you know what's funny? When you sent me that rating, I didn't think anybody could get worse than Bob Lee.
Yes. He was worse. He was worse than Spurgeon Wynn, Josh Freeman. He was worse. I can't defend that. I can't defend it. I wish I could. I can't defend that. And yet, as a head coach, you're going to sit there and let that happen. That's negligence, just like Carson Wentz. How many times do you got to see this, people? Kevin O'Connell doesn't know what the F he's doing. Because if he cares about his team winning, he would have pulled JJ aside. JJ would have understood. And Max Brosner would have been in there. 14.9 quarterback rating.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, Court Bill hit it.
Did that padding affect him today?
Which padding on his hand?
And it
On
might
the
have.
hand?
But listen, I don't know. He didn't have padding on last week, and he was throwing high, and he was missing receivers last.
I don't think it did either. I'm just asking.
I don't think it did. You know
either,
what? In the
but
last drive, he had the padding on, and he looked great in the last drive. So it's a weird thing. There's so much on this kid's shoulders. You're right, Bill. So much on this kid's shoulders.
Hey guys, I have KOC on the line.
Thank you. Yeah, Kevin O'Connell. Run the ball more. Be gutsy. Okay? Maybe change up your quarterback when he's at 14.9, or are you happy there's a quarterback that was as bad as you were when you were a quarterback with the New England Patriots?
And Kevin, since you're on the line here, I just want to say welcome to Minnesota. But you weren't my fucking choice. I wish you'd leave. You fucking loser.
Gentlemen, Tony Bell, do you have anything good to stay out of this game at all? Someone that might have impressed you?
Only thing good I can say about this game is it's fucking over.
Yeah.
That's it. If I'm going to give a game ball to somebody, I'm going to give it to
good.
Dallas Turner. But the rest of the team, fuck them. I'm done with them.
You know what impressed me too is Ingram Dawkins. I saw a lot of him today. But Bill?
The game ball should go to Dallas, but I'm not going to use him because Stevie did. I'm going to say Jalen Redmond again.
Yeah, he was in on a lot of plays. He had some trouble today. It was the first time I saw him have some trouble. The Bears' offensive line was pushing.
They're
the
big.
Vikings back.
They double teamed him.
They did. And Levi wasn't getting off his block.
Levi wasn't getting off his blocks. Ingram Dawkins was good.
Where was Jonathan? Wait, so are we here to sit here and say this, guys?
Yeah, where was Hargrave today?
That Levi Rodriguez, who was a 7th-round pick, if I'm or 5th?
Yeah, he was 7th,
and an undrafted rookie are getting more times than the guy you gave a gazillion dollars to, Jonathan Allen, and another guy you gave gazillion dollars to, Hargrave. So that's where at Ingram Dawkins I saw more of. He played okay.
He played very good. He should be starting.
What the hell? What is going on? We're not even putting the right personnel in.
I ain't going to lie. If I was going to put together a 4-3 defense, it would be Ingram Dawkins, Redmond, Rodriguez, and Dallas Turner.
Yeah, probably. Or Bernard. I mean, whoever you want to put up the edge. I could see that.
Yeah, I would. That would be my front four.
So,
but when you've got idiots, when you got inmates running the asylum, I mean,
it's going to get worse, gentlemen. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse. We can only imagine what practice is going to be like this week. I do feel for JJ because JJ has a lot on his plate, but you know what? Got to stick with him. Got to see
But
what
you know what, though? JJ's going to be the one at the presser taking all the blame, while KLC will be doing his best fucking Kirk Cousins impersonation. I don't know what happened. I got to look at the film. Shut the fuck up.
You're the head coach. You're on the sideline. What do you got to see?
And here's the thing.
You got to see JJ throw 50 passes over his wide receivers' heads?
Here, me and Bill know this for a
You got to
fact.
see Blake Brandel suck at the center position? What do you got to see?
Me and Bill know this for a fact. Once, if K-Fan ever turns on KLC, which I know they won't, but if they did, I would be shocked. But that's who's got to turn on KLC in order for anything to happen.
Yeah. Well, the Minnesota Nice Media, let me tell you something. If we took this team and stuck it in New England or New York,
oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
They wanted Drake May gone last year, the Patriot fans. Can you believe that?
Yeah, you see what happens. You see what happens when you get
as their quarterback.
When you get a good head coach and a very good offensive coordinator. And the roles are separate.
Patience, gentlemen, patience. As much as we've had to be patient as Viking fans, and it sucks because here we go again. Got to wait another year. Bill Dunkel was so happy this year. Excited. Vikings Super Bowl. Tony Bell Super Bowl. I had him in the playoffs, winning around. JJ, the light, this team's going to in the right direction. And now we're sitting here after week 11, 4-6, in last place in the NFC North.
Never again.
You know what? All I'm going to say is karma's a bitch.
And it's come to bite our Minnesota Vikings, Kevin O'Connell. Wilfs, remember that decision you make when Jim Harbaugh wins a championship in LA in the next year or two, and you picked Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah. And guess what? When that happens, I won't sit here and remind you that he was in your building for a day and a half, nearly 2 days, and you did not give him a contract.
I don't know why, but I'm rooting for that now because we can't root for the Vikings because they're not going to the playoffs. So why not root for Jim Harbaugh, who actually benched his quarterback because he sucked today? And this is what's going on. I
don't know. You know what? In that Western division, it might be Denver.
Denver's magically.
I think it is going to.
And Bo Nix is not playing that great. But you know what? Much as I hate Sean Payton,
coaching the
guy knows how to coach.
Thanks.
Yeah, Sean Payton knows how to coach. He puts Bo Nix in the proper position. Ted Camachas, once again, great review. This game was ours from the beginning. We just blew it. I disagree completely on today's troubles being on KMC's game plan. All the scream in the world does nothing positive. Well, unfortunately.
Yes, it does. It makes me feel fucking better, okay? 50 fucking years.
It's therapy for us.
I did this positive love. This is the problem with the Minnesota that maybe it's the Midwest thing type of thinking. I totally disagree.
No, you know what it is, Bill? It's that Sid Hartman type of thinking that you don't badmouth the home team.
Ted's post is pretty long, guys, but it won't let me.
That's okay. I understand, Ted. No, but in Ted's defense, what Ted said.
Check out the Facebook post.
No, Ted said, and I recalled what he said in the chat in our game thread. Thank you for everyone being in the game thread. And remember to tell your friends about us. Make sure that they like our YouTube page right here. Ted said that a lot of time the Vikings receivers were getting open today. But what Ted didn't say is that there were some drop passes, okay? Jordan Addison should have caught that. I don't care if a guy's hand was on his waist.
He dropped 2.
He dropped at least 2 of them. Hawkinson should have caught that on 3rd and 4. That's a joke. So
here's my
more accurate, which – yes, he does. No argument there.
Here's my pushback. Why is every fucking pass route a 10-plus yard route?
Does he even call slants?
No, he doesn't.
He calls slants. He doesn't like it. And the Bears loose in the middle of their defense.
Yep. Here's a kicker, too. You're running 10-yard-plus pass routes and you've got your quarterback under center, and you're telling him to take 6, 7-step drops, and your offensive line can't hold blocks that long.
And here's the bottom line to that is this. This is where it comes down to. And this is, Ted, where, I politely disagree with you, is Kevin O'Connell has proven to us without a doubt
that he's an idiot.
He only wants a quarterback that he can mold into his system. He has no idea what to do with a lump of clay to allow it to work within its strength to get the most out of it. And if you don't believe that, we can pull so many examples of it through Kevin O'Connell. You can say Sam Darnold, he had a wonderful year. I can tell you that Sam Darnold looked horrible in Jacksonville, in Tennessee, in both games against the Rams, and certainly against the Detroit Lions.
Down the stretch,
and you know what?
Sam was average. He was average.
In defensive Sam Darnold, how about this? Where was running the football when you had the ball inside the 5-yard line? Kevin O'Connell. Sam Darnold was showing you he was throwing his passes high. He couldn't find Jordan Addison if he tried to.
Yep.
So this is a Kevin O'Connell thing. This isn't the quarterbacks because there's too much to look at and say this is an issue. If he's a veteran, Kirk Cousins, maybe you could have argued Aaron Rodgers like Bill has or Joe Flacco. Carson Wentz didn't look like anything at all. We were hammering Prince Harry.
Yep.
There is something going on. Joshua Dobbs looked lost.
Yep.
Hank Mullins, it was just like throwing the ball wherever because he had no idea how to run the offense.
Yeah.
The word about his offense, it's very complicated. It takes a long time. Very complex, complicated.
And like you said, Bill, it's complicated. Here's my thing. If you're the head coach, dumb it down. There's nothing wrong with dumbing it down. It's not rocket people. It's not rocket science.
Tony, how about this? How about you just fit an offense like Josh McDaniels did that works to your quarterback Drake May's strengths and see what happens?
You know what? Everybody does it except this clown.
This is exactly Sean Payton. Same thing with Bo Nix. Dumb it down.
Everybody does it. Even Ben Johnson's done it in Chicago with Caleb.
He's doing it with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is winning games where he only throws for 193 yards like today. Right? He missed DJ Moore on a wide open pass. Should have been, Vikings should have been down big. DJ Moore was wide open. And he overthrew that.
He missed a doomsday too.
Yes, he did miss a
doomsday. He decided to do what? Run the effing football. And the Bears escape with a win. And the Vikings, thanks to special team snafu, and you can argue JJ's accuracy issues, they lose. And
I'll blame JJ a little bit, but he's a rookie. I'm not blaming him completely. It's all on the head coach. You can say whatever you want about JJ. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. First of all, he's only played 5 games. Don't put him in a position where he's got to win the motherfucking game.
Tony, I'm just going to say it like this. The 3 teams that are 3 of the worst teams in football, Cincinnati, Tennessee, and Cleveland, they all throw the football slightly more than the 4th team on that list being the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh.
So what does that tell you? All 4 teams right now throwing the ball over 60% of the time, none of them are going to the playoffs.
And guess what? 3 of those 4 coaches will be out of a job.
Thank you, Mike Conrad. Thank you for the Skull Pub. One day, maybe we can do a show from the Skull Pub. Funny thing is, as shitty as we played, we probably win without giving up the kick return. Probably.
He'd probably go into overtime, yeah.
Yeah, you never know. We probably win. As bad as J.J. McCarthy was, they still had a chance to win the football game today. Think about that just for a moment. And now you'll be more depressed after you think about that because it was a game they had to win.
Yep.
And with this loss, 1-4 at home, 4-6, their playoff chances, gentlemen, I'll leave you
done.
with this.
They're done.
10.7. That means not a chance. Whoa, you're saying we have a chance? No, let's be honest. They really don't. All we can look forward to is this, is that J.J. McCarthy gets his snaps, shows more accuracy, that someone in that Vikings offensive coaching staff, Josh McCown, if Kevin O'Connell's too busy with his phenomenal game planning at 9.8 points halftime production. Maybe
That's
someone
not going to happen, Eric. You
someone
know
will take some
that.
time with JJ McCarthy and work on these things, and then maybe we'll get somewhere. So
I can say one thing.
Matches totally agree, Mike. From the opening quarter, it was our game. Well, yeah, we probably should have won this game by a couple scores. I mean, you really look at it, but
The Bears did nothing to beat us.
Nothing.
We beat ourselves.
Absolutely nothing. For Tony Bell. We went over the time limit again, 20 minutes, 50 seconds, but we're passionate. We don't care. We'll go overtime. We're talking about our Vikings. Therapy is always willingness with us. You can add any comments you want. We'll talk. We'll have feedback.
Believe me, people, I'm not done. I'm going to do Tony's take right after this.
Tomorrow. Bill's going to do a video probably this week. I'll hammer him somewhere later in the week. And then it's the Green Bay week. So by Thursday, we'll be like, well, maybe if we could just beat Green Bay.
Nope, not happening.
No, not me. No.
Get to 5-6 and believe again.
You know what? I think the big take, besides what Zolgad thinks of what might happen in January, it's big. One of the big things for the player-wise is Jordan Addison. What they do.
They got to make a decision, Bill.
I think they're going to trade him. They should trade him.
They probably will, but who knows? Maybe they'll trade Jettas because maybe Jettas is not going to want to.
Interesting.
So take away more targets for your young quarterback.
Yeah,
I know.
No, exactly. Right. Let's make it harder for.
You're setting him up.
What?
You are setting him up to fail.
Patriots Nation will take him.
No, he's not going to New England.
You just pipe down there, Drake May, 9-2.
I just don't know if they're going to want to pay 2 receivers.
Why not? I mean, they overpaid for
Cincinnati.
They overpaid for sorry ass offensive linemen and even sorrier defensive linemen.
Okay, can I say one more thing? It's controversial.
No, Bill, you can't. It's a show. You can't say anything.
Can we finally stop now with the Harrison Smith stuff? The guy is cooked. He was cooked 3 years ago. Yeah. I'm bored with it. And by the way, enough with the number 22 with him. 22 is Paul Krause. Enough said.
We'll end it there.
That number was supposed to be retired.
Let's end it there.
It was supposed to be retired.
Have it retired. I think they can do that. Certain teams do that. I know the Rangers do that with the number 9. All right, the New York Rangers have that.
Here's the funny part: the Bears had somebody wearing number 50 on the field.
Yeah, that's even more. Yeah. That's even more egregious. I'm sorry.
They had a D lineman wearing number 50.
You should not be wearing 50.
No, that should be retired.
But then again, you only have so many numbers.
The Bears have retired the most numbers in the NFL. So
yeah. The Raiders are the only team that don't do that, right? They don't retire numbers. I don't think they do.
They do some.
They do, but then they don't keep that number close.
The Steelers retire very few, I know.
Yeah. Or you can use those numbers again. It's not a permanent thing. And again, you only have a certain amount of numbers. Unless we want to see football players with 107 out there running.
Well, they're already wearing 0, so I mean.
Well, yeah.
Okay. You don't let them wear 00, which is cooler, but you let them wear 0. Oh, okay.
Makes so much sense, doesn't it, Tony?
Yeah.
For Phil Dunkel, for Tony Bell, for Quality Control. We'll be back sometime this week to preview the battle at Lambeau between the 4-6 Minnesota Vikings and the 6-3-1 Green Bay Packers. Thank you for watching. We appreciate the comments, and we will talk to you this week. And as we part goodbye to you all, Skol.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll check back in during the week to look ahead to the Vikings at Packers. Share our page and YouTube channel with your friends, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. See you next time. Skol!